Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Digital Sparrow, and today I am going to be doing carrier launches and carrier landings using this aircraft. Now, first things first, you may have realized that this plane has been upgraded from the last video, and yes, that is true. And to test the safety measures, we are going to do a quick test of the aircraft's capabilities of takeoff and landing on an aircraft carrier. So firstly, we're going to enter, and we're going to drive right in front of the jet blast deflector. Now, these jet blast deflectors are just for fun. Now we need to unfold the wings, and I keep an eye on that red light. Okay, it's gone. I'm cleared for takeoff. Oh, there's a little bounce. That's fine. So that's a takeoff. Now I'm going to go about 1,500 meters or 1.5 kilometers behind him, and I'm going to come in for an approach. So just keep an eye on where I'm flying and just watch the distance. It's 1,000. We just need to reach 1,500. And yes, that's 1,500. We are able to come back. At around 700 meters away from the deck, I will lower my landing gears. Right, and now these lights are ready. Now, come on, brake, brake, brake. Perfect. Now, that was one of the very good landings that I've done. Now, first things first, you may have also realized that there was also this electronic sound sometimes when I landed. That's because my plane has a magnet underneath, as you can see, and it's linked, and they basically help me catch the carrier. Along with the tail hook, as you can see at the bottom, it's got friction pads. Those are like the new blocks they added a few months ago. These friction pads have a lot of friction in the name. So they can help me slow down. Now, these flashing lights basically just mean I'm cleared for landing. And this, you might be wondering, this is the meatball. And whenever the light on the left is flashing, that basically means I am too low. It's an alarm for me. And finally, this red light over here basically works like a traffic light. When it goes down, that means I'm cleared for takeoff and the carrier has reached its full speed. But when it's up, that means I still have to wait using my magnet. When it's down, I can just activate my engines and fly off. So that's basically how the whole operation works. This is the jet blast deflector, which helps balance my aircraft. So we're gonna do that again and see if I can make this landing better than the one I just did. So I'm gonna deactivate the magnet. I'm gonna come in slowly. This plane has, yes, need to check my keybinds. There we go. Now I unfold my wings. And as I said, keep an eye on that red light. Oh yeah, that takeoff was definitely better. There wasn't like the bump at the end, as you probably have saw. The bump sometimes like just pushes me in the water, which is like really annoying. So as I said, wait to 1.5 kilometers. And alright, we can turn back. Now in the sides there are bulldog engines, which basically help me drive on the deck, as you probably saw. 700 meters, and I will put down landing gears and the tractor beam and landing hook are armed. Come on, come on. Whoa, there was a little bounce there that I was not expecting. So I'm gonna park it, and now I am going to walk down here, because in here we have a storage room for things basically like aircraft or fuel or ornaments. So we have window. This is the living quarters, because you know no one can live out in sea without like any beds, bedrooms, bathrooms, or food. And here is another cargo bay, and if you walk out here you actually have a really nice and beautiful view of the carrier. Alright, I am literally fired up about doing these landings and takeoff, because I think like this is like both challenging and fun as well. Whoa, this was not I was expecting. It was quite turbulent. Reverse those. Yep. Alright, unfold the wings. And we're gonna wait till that light goes down. Alright, the light is down. Engine up. Whoa. Alright. I'm going to do, this time as a special one, I'm going to do a loop around the whole island, and then I'm going to come back onto the deck. So let's fly at slightly higher altitude. Let me just check my gauge. That's the altitude sensor. Let's go to 500. No, 300. So we are rapidly gaining altitude, which is really, really good. Hey, you know what? I actually misjudged the height. Let's go to 200. 200 is like actually pretty good. 200 is like my average flying altitude. And I also realized this plane is very, very stable. So to give you a clearer view, there's the tractor beam, there's the tail hook, and these are just basic. I removed the ailerons and replaced them with these like bulks on the sides and painted them red, because I think they look very, very nice, and I also believe they are also more realistic in terms of, say, a World War II naval plane. And I also painted it red on the tail, which is just really, really nice. And to give it a bit of contrast in the warm colors, I put the air brake panel to a more of like an orangey yellow color, painted a 5 on top, and the engine I also put the rim as orange. And yeah, I think this plane looks very, very nice, but there are still places I can upgrade still, and I'm happy to think that way, because it just gets better and better. Okay, I'm gonna get this. Yes, we got it. I think that landing could have been improved. Firstly, I believe this was way too close to the stern, because like this was very, very dangerous, because I could have easily just crashed into the stern, which is really, really not good for us if that really happens. I'm gonna give myself a quick break, and then this time I am going to fly up to the very top, do some aerobatics up there, and then come down. Okay, I'm finished braking. Let's go to the flight, the Oh, I just crashed into the bridge. Let's go to the jet blast deflector, and we're gonna having a bit of trouble here. Actually, I should fold the wings here, right? And then now we're just gonna okay, is this yes. Lights. It basically means like red lights stop, you know, in traffic and everything. Oh, whoa. Actually, for once, I think that bounce was actually helpful, because like that bounce, it actually lifted me up and gave me a little bit of like lift, which is basically like what some countries did in World War II. They launched airplanes from car parks using rocket engines. I'm like, that's crazy. So normally the checkpoint, the highest point is over here, as you can see, the green circle. But that's not true. The highest place actually is this place with a bunch of names. Now, as I said, I'm going to do aerobatics, so I'm going to fly through this loop of ring of fire, as I should call it. Ring of fire, and whoosh. That was nice. And then I'm going to look at him. Okay, he's driving this way, so I'm going to just lower my altitude. Not like a nosedive, but just a dive, a controlled descent. So then I can just come down. Hopefully my approach is actually kind of good. So landing gear down, and tail hook and magnet are armed. So I'm going to wait until... Yes. Whoa, okay. That was a bad approach. We can go in for another run. The good thing is, like, if the meatball was flashing, then it's like my approach is too low and it would be dangerous, because I'd very likely crash into the stern, and that would just be the end. But if it's not flashing, then it's like I'm high enough for a safe landing. And yes. Perfect. I think that was the best landing in this video. That was definitely the best landing. So anyway, you get the gist. Today we used my upgraded airplane and landed on this aircraft carrier many times using the magnet and the tail hook. So I hope you people enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, please give it a like and a subscribe to see more interesting videos like this. But for now, I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.